The new history of FIFA begins. BLACKPINK's Lisa is suddenly called as the next global phenomenon. The world of entertainment and sports is reunited by a name that is never far from the public spotlight. This time, the name is Lalisa Manobel, or better known as Lisa BLACKPINK. In the last few days, the discussion about the idol from Thailand suddenly exploded on various social media platforms after many fans and observers of the entertainment industry began to call it the next global phenomenon that is able to create a big impact on the international stage, including in the world of football, which has been dominated by athletes and sports legends. Not a few say that what is happening right now is a rare moment, because it is very rare for a music artist to get such great attention from the world sports community. However, Lisa seems to have managed to break through those boundaries. His name is not only a hot topic among K-pop fans, but also started to be talked about by the public who previously did not follow the development of the South Korean music industry. This phenomenon began when various international media began to highlight the magnitude of Lisa's influence at the global level. Every upload he makes immediately becomes a conversation. Every public appearance generates millions of interactions. Even many marketing observers said that Lisa's attractiveness has grown far beyond her status as a member of a popular girl group. He is now considered as a symbol of global pop culture that has the ability to move public attention across countries, languages, and even industries. In the midst of this situation, there are various speculations that link Lisa's name to new developments in the global strategy of various international organizations, including FIFA. Although there has been no official announcement of greater involvement in FIFA's upcoming agenda, the fact that her name continues to be linked to talks about global football shows one thing that cannot be denied: Lisa's influence is currently at a very high level. Many fans then began to compare this phenomenon with several historical moments when the football world opened its doors to popular culture icons. They assess that FIFA in recent years has indeed tried to reach a wider audience, especially the young generation who are active on social media. In that context, the name Lisa is considered very relevant. What makes the public even more surprised is how Lisa is able to maintain her popularity in the midst of very fierce competition. The entertainment world today is filled with new stars that keep popping up every day. But instead of sinking between the changing trend waves, Lisa actually shines even more. Every step he takes always produces an extraordinary chain effect. When he attended an event, the media coverage increased drastically. When he released a new work, millions of people immediately paid attention. When his name appears in a global campaign, the resulting exposure value often exceeds the expectations of many parties. This is what makes some observers start using the term global phenomenon to describe Lisa's current position. Because the influence it has is no longer only measured by the number of fans or music achievements alone. The influence is now seen in the way he is able to connect various communities that previously did not have a direct relationship with each other. Interestingly, many netizens also notice the pattern that almost always appears every time Lisa is involved in an international scale project. Public attention has increased significantly. Global media provides a large new space, and conversations on the internet have developed into a viral phenomenon that lasted for quite a long time. This shows that Lisa's popularity is not just a momentary trend, but something that has a strong foundation. On the other hand, fans see this development as a result of a long journey full of hard work. They remember how Lisa started her career as a teenager who left her country to pursue her dream in South Korea. The journey is not easy. He had to face the challenges of language, culture, and very tight competition. But it is precisely from that journey that a figure that is now known to the world was born. Lisa not only built a career through her talent, but also through incredible consistency. Year after year, he continues to show development, expand his influence, and prove that he is able to survive at the top of the global entertainment industry. Because of that, when his name is now starting to be associated with a big narrative about the future of world entertainment and sports, many people are not surprised. They see it as a natural consequence of the growth of influence that has been going on for years. Social media also witnessed how public enthusiasm developed so quickly. Hashtags about Lisa continue to appear in various countries. Fans from Asia, Europe, South America, the Middle East, and Africa joined the same discussion. This kind of phenomenon is very rare and only experienced by a few public figures in the world. Even some popular culture observers said that Lisa's main strength lies in her ability to reach a very diverse audience. He has fans from various ages, backgrounds, and nationalities. In today's digital era, the ability to unite global public attention is a very valuable asset. When FIFA and various international organizations seek to build a stronger connection with the digital generation, the presence of figures like Lisa is certainly something that is difficult to ignore. He represents a new generation of global icons born from the internet era, developed through social media, and has a direct relationship with millions of fans around the world. Now the big question that continues to circulate is this really the beginning of a new history? Will Lisa be the next figure who brings the collaboration between the world of entertainment and sports to an unprecedented level? No one can give a definite answer yet. But one thing is clear: Lisa's name is currently in the center of the world's attention. Every movement is observed. Every news is discussed. And every achievement continues to be the subject of international discussion. In the midst of all the speculation and growing enthusiasm, the public seems to agree on one thing. Regardless of what will happen in the future, Lisa has managed to achieve something that only a few people in the world can do, becoming a global symbol whose influence goes beyond the boundaries of the industry in which she originated. If this trend continues, it is not impossible that in the next few years Lisa's name will be remembered not only as a successful member of BLACKPINK, but also as one of the biggest popular culture icons that have ever appeared in the modern era. And if it really happens, then many people will look back at this moment as the starting point when the world begins to realize that a new phenomenon is being born before their eyes. A phenomenon that not only shook the music industry, but also has the potential to leave a big mark on global cultural history. The discussion about Lisa actually heated up after various international fan communities began to compare her influence with a number of global figures who have been the face of the world's largest sporting events. On social media, many people argue that Lisa's main strength lies not only in her popularity, but in her ability to create attention on a scale that is difficult to explain with numbers alone. Every time his name appears in an international news, the public reaction comes almost instantly. In a matter of minutes, thousands of comments popped up. In a matter of hours, the topic can become a trend in various countries at once. This kind of phenomenon is usually only owned by figures who have reached a very high level of global influence. That is what makes many entertainment analysts start to pay attention to this latest development seriously. They see that Lisa has entered a new phase in her career, a phase where she no longer only represents the K-pop world, but rather becomes a representative of modern pop culture that can be accepted almost all over the world. Interestingly, most public discussions no longer focus on individual achievements alone. On the contrary, the discussion began to shift towards the impact caused by Lisa's presence on various industries. Many parties began to realize that when Lisa was involved in a project, public attention moved in the same direction. This effect is considered very valuable in the digital era, which is filled with competition to get the attention of the audience. Not a few also think that Lisa's journey is one of the most inspiring stories in the Asian entertainment industry. Coming from Thailand and successfully penetrating the famously competitive South Korean entertainment industry is a great achievement. But what makes his story even more extraordinary is how he later developed into one of the most recognizable names in the world. The old fans certainly still remember the early days of his debut. At that time, not many could imagine that a teenager who left home to pursue his dream would grow up to be a figure whose name is known in almost every continent. But year after year passed, and Lisa continued to prove that she was able to exceed expectations. When various international media began to call it one of the icons of the current generation, many people felt that the recognition deserved to be given. Because Lisa's influence is not built overnight. He was born from a combination of hard work, discipline, dedication, and the ability to adapt to the changing times. On the other hand, there is also a question that is increasingly discussed by the public. If Lisa's influence continues to grow as it is now, to what extent can the impact develop in the next few years? That question is becoming more interesting because the world is currently experiencing a major change in the way people consume entertainment. The boundary between music, sports, social media, and popular culture is getting thinner. The younger generation no longer sees these industries as a separate world. They consume everything at the same time through a digital platform. In such a situation, a figure that is able to bridge various worlds at the same time will have a very high value. And many observers believe that Lisa is included in that category. It is not surprising that any rumors or speculations that link it to international projects always attract tremendous attention. The public is curious because they see the great potential that may emerge from every new step it takes. Meanwhile, BLACKPINK fans in various countries continue to celebrate this development with enthusiasm. They consider that Lisa's success is not only a personal victory, but also a symbol that Asian talents can gain recognition on the global stage without having to lose their identity. In international forums, many fans tell how Lisa became an inspiration for them to dare to pursue seemingly impossible dreams. The story of his struggle is considered to prove that hard work and perseverance can pave the way to opportunities that previously seemed far out of reach. The more people who know Lisa's life journey, the greater the admiration that arises towards her achievements. From a young trainee to a global icon, the journey feels like a story that is hard to believe if it doesn't really happen. Now, when his name continues to be associated with various great possibilities in the future, the public seems to be witnessing a new chapter that has not been completed. No one knows for sure how this story will end. But one thing that seems clear is that Lisa's influence is still growing. Many observers even dare to predict that the next few years will be the most important period in his career. With a very strong global fan base, an ever-increasing international reputation, and the ability to attract cross-industry attention, the opportunities that open to him seem to be wider. If this development continues, then Lisa's name may surpass the various achievements she has achieved so far. He will not only be remembered as a music star, but as a symbol of the generation that has succeeded in changing the way the world views Asian popular culture. And maybe that's the reason why the sentence, "The new history of FIFA begins," so quickly attracted public attention. Not because there is certainty about what will happen, but because millions of people around the world feel that they are witnessing something special. A moment when an artist is able to create a wave of influence that goes beyond the concert stage, goes beyond the charts, and even goes beyond the boundaries of the industry that has been considered separate. Will Lisa really be the next global phenomenon that changed the history of the world's popular culture? No one can answer it for sure today. But if you look at the public's enthusiasm, international media attention, and influence that continues to grow year after year, one thing seems hard to deny: Lisa's big story is far from over. And the world is still waiting for the next chapter with a growing curiosity day by day.